Small hinges swing big doors. It's an interesting saying. It basically means that there are subtle things that you can do in your practice that can elevate and lift you to a level beyond what you probably ever would have expected. The key, however, is in understanding that we do operate in an intangible environment. It's an intangible business. We don't have factories. We don't have warehouses. We don't have large equipment and machinery. But we do have three important assets that if we learn and understand what they are, how they interact with each other, and how to utilize them in our business, that is what can fuel your growth.
This is The Rare Advisor, proud to be a part of the Advisor Advancement Network and home of a business model supercharged by recurring and repeatable events. Your host is Mike Walters, CEO of USA Financial. He is an investment advisor representative of and securities are offered through USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Have you ever stopped to think about what is it that truly makes up an ideal practice for you? You know, I talked to thousands of financial advisors over the years, and we're often talking to them about practice management issues, about business refinement issues, the idea that small hinges can swing very large doors. But what it really kind of gets to at its core, it doesn't really matter what the makeup of your practice is. It doesn't matter the design. It doesn't matter your lifestyle. It doesn't matter all of the different services and systems and processes that you have in place on behalf of your clients. What it always comes down to is three things to really profile an ideal practice: more time, more clients, more assets. You might not need all three of those, but you pretty much always need at least one and likely two. And a lot of people are going to say, wait a second, I'll take all three of those. I want more time. I want more clients. I want more assets. But this is how you have to figure out what is a right fit for you. And when I say right fit, I don't mean just right fit for you in the ownership of your practice, but also a right fit for you with your staff, a right fit for you with your own lifestyle, a right fit for you with the type of investor you want to support, a right fit for you and other financial advisors you have in your practice. And by the way, you could ask this question regardless of whether you own a practice or not. If you're a producing advisor, if you are inside of a practice, you're not the owner, you still need right fit. Because again, you're likely running your own practice within a practice. That's how most of us operate, even if we're not the owner of the financial advisory practice that we serve. So again, what does your ideal practice look like? Whether it's at the high-end corporate level or whether it's your little corner of your book of business, what does that ideal practice look like? Again, more time, more clients, more assets. You can solve these problems amongst themselves by understanding their connectivity. And what I mean by that is we operate in a very intangible environment. Unlike most of the rest of the world, if we were making widgets for a living, we would have manufacturing plants, we would have equipment, we would have storehouse facilities, we would have distribution vehicles and trucks, we would have storefronts, we would have all of these different things, of which we probably have very little, if any, of that. We've got some computer equipment, we've got some fintech, we've got some staff, we might have ourselves a storefront or an office, but we really don't have those normal tangible assets. And that's the difference. You have to think and understand that these three items, these are the most significant assets in your business: your time, your clients, and those assets. Those represent the assets of your business. So the assets of your clients are their retirement and financial planning assets, are really the assets of your business. Because if you're in the fee business especially, that's what's throwing off revenue. How do you get those assets? Well, they come with clients and those relationships that need to be developed and so on. And then time is all a matter of how do I structure clients and assets to be throwing off revenue, to be throwing off dollars, so that now I can apply those dollars in my business to create more time for myself, whether that means time for me to spend away or whether that means I need to get more leverage out of my time so that I can in turn get again more clients and more assets, take another step to growing that mountain, if you will. Because again, when you're looking at all of this stuff, you really only have a few building blocks inside of your business. And those building blocks are both of benefit, again, time and money, but they're also the working tools of our business. So you have to be able to combine and think about what are you trying to accomplish. So for example, that these assets, these clients, they're going to help us to hire staff. That staff is going to help give me back some time. But I also need to give back time to those staff so that they can continue to grow and focus on things that are more and more important. And I do that by either hiring lower level staff to get the rudimentary stuff off of my higher, more expertise-oriented staff members so they can focus accordingly, or I can infuse technology. Technology should always be managed as part of payroll, because technology always works from the bottom up. It takes the rudimentary and it gets more and more sophisticated, but it's always working from the bottom up, allowing your humans to focus on the highest echelon items, the things that require the most thinking, the things that require the most finesse, the things that are required to manage the relationships. And again, that can either buy you time in a lifestyle format, or it can buy you time to continue to invest back into the business to grow more clients, more assets. So those three pillars are always in movement. They're always connected, and they are all of the most important assets that throw everything off into your business, whether it's opportunity to throw off more growth, opportunity to throw off more revenue, opportunity to expand into a new area, to capture new clientele, technology changes that have existed thanks to the pandemic. Everybody is comfortable with Zoom and video meetings. So now maybe geography isn't as much of an issue for you, but in order to get to those places, you need to free up some time and some structure in your business. So these are the types of things that we coach to, we consult to. We call it the advisor protocol. If you're interested, check us out. If not, I just simply hope that thinking about this stuff in this manner will help you grow your business.
This information is for licensed financial professionals only and is not intended for use in soliciting sales from the public. The views expressed represent the opinions of the presenter or their featured guest, not necessarily those of USA Financial or its affiliated subsidiaries. Industry references are generic and not intended to represent actions or beliefs of any individual or entity. Content is only presented to illustrate general principles, beliefs, or ideas and should not be construed as legal or regulatory advice. Trademark and copyright protected. USA Financial and Affiliates.